You have this new gig coming up with MLB Network. How did that come to fruition, and what are you looking forward to with that?
Oh man, well, thank you for bringing that up. I'm really excited about it. I've had a chance to do a bunch of stuff with MLB Network already, whether it be, the World Baseball Classic, did the World Series last year for the BBC. That's through MLB Network. I've done YouTube games, an Apple game. I've done those Facebook games. Every time, I said this the other day to Alana Rizzo on High Heat. I'm not going to lie. I walked into those studios and I was super nervous. And the same thing we talked about in the beginning of the conversation, that imposter syndrome. But I walked in the studios for the first time and did a couple shows. I'm like, man, okay, this is, to me, like, this feels like where you're trying to push towards the big leagues. I felt like, in my opinion, that's just a personal thing. And so that was 2019. I left there and I just literally bugged Mark Caiafa, and love the guy. He does an amazing job. Him and Chris Pfeiffer, who does the live stuff, like the in-game stuff. And I've just, every time I go in, every time I do something for them, it's an audition. That's how, and if you're talking to a young broadcaster, every time you're on air, someone is watching.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I just, they kept saying, "Oh, we'd love to bring you in more, love to bring you in more." And I just kept pushing and pushing. And, I say this all the time. The phone, I learned this from my playing career. You have to be proactive. I am not Albert Pujols retiring, Adam Wainwright retiring, and someone's going to offer me a job. That's not how it works. 95% of us is the way it works. It's just, we've talked about it, right? During this conversation. So I bugged him. I was a good teammate. I knew how to treat people. I know how to hold team effort. I understood that. They love working with me. I've always done well when I'm on air with them. And finally, winter meetings last year, Caiafa, and he said, "Hey, look, let's try and make this happen this year." And I said, "I'm going to hold you to that." And since that was back in December of last year, I've just bugged him. And finally it's worked out. So I'm really excited. I'm going to London in a couple of weeks to do that series, London series, over there, and then go from there. I can't wait.